What's up? As of recording this, it is 4:34, basically 4:35 in the morning. I should specify. I cannot sleep. My sleep schedule is also fried because Saturday I was filming. And so now I was filming the whole day, and my stuff was a night shoot, and now it's leading into this week's probably gonna be hell. Let me change my light because this is very harsh and I feel gross. So that's not the color that's supposed to be. But this is just gonna be. This is incredible. Can I just do like orange? Do I have a. Wow, I look horrifying. Ocean. That's fine, yeah. This one, I truly have no plan for. My outline is, it says YouTubing, and then it has a song recommendation for today. I think what I will start out with, aside from the fact that it's 4 a.m. on a Monday, and I need to go to bed, is I'm sorry because a lot of my videos, especially as of recently, I feel like I'm just gonna be as of recently, as if I haven't just started making videos. It's gonna be me repeating stuff over and over, and I'm gonna try not to. But right now, I am going to talk about not my brain, because I feel like I always bring it. I need to find different ways to phrase stuff, because I always say my brain whenever I'm talking about stuff. Which, I mean, that's what it is. But what I want to specify with that is, for this video, is my thought process on being a creative. I guess that's what I'll say. I need to open up. I need music. Here's just something. But as with all of these videos, I'm struggling. Not with, I mean, definitely still emotional stuff. That's not gonna go away for a long time. But right now, I am struggling with the fact that I am still young, and that I won't say that I'm not a good artist, because I do enjoy the things that I have made, and I have like ideas for right now. But my genuine execution on ideas so far has not been what I want. That's all I'll say. That, yeah. I think every creative person goes through this, but you have stuff in your head, and the second you go to actually make it, it doesn't turn out how you expect it to, or the way that you like want it to, which isn't that big of a deal. But for me right now, it kind of is, because I'm trying to prove to myself that I am worthy. I'm trying to prove to myself that I can do this for like a living, that I am able to actually create the things that I want on the level that I want to, and it's not turning out well, in my opinion, on like the writing side. I'm sure my family would disagree with me, because always the artist is going to be harsher on themselves than everybody else, but I really don't like my writing. Like, there's bits and pieces I do enjoy. I think I can build scenes well, but my dialogue, in my opinion, kind of blows. It's not the best. And as I said, I just don't like that. I guess I'm young and I'm not like an experienced veteran and all of this stuff. I wish I want to be like the, what's the word, like phrase? I want to be special. I want to have that like stardom coming my way of like, oh, look at this crazy writer. hey, guess what? I'm gonna have to practice and continue writing. I'm not gonna be able to have stuff just appear out of my mind as much as I wish it would. But this also goes in hand with me just not doing anything the way I need to. I jump at all of these ideas and start writing or start like formulating backgrounds and stuff. No planning at all. No like outlines. There's no good. I don't have a good creative process right now. I could say that confidently. And no matter how many times I will shoot myself in the foot, I will be surprised when I'm walking on a stump by the end of it, and I don't know like how I can live like that. I have all of these ideas that I do love and I think are going to be so cool. But I just can never find like a process for myself to continue making those on. My brain is always bouncing over and over and over on these projects and on these things that I want to do. I can never. It's so difficult for me to sit down and work on like one project solely and try to finish it. I'll say. And again, this just goes with my process isn't bad. I don't have an outline for the stories, like episodes or movies I want to write, which is not the way you're supposed to do it. If you want to write, if you want to become a writer, make outlines. You need to have everything laid out. I'm just an idiot that starts things just because my brain's like, oh, that's cool. But I'm kind of freaking out personally just because I'm not freaking out. I'm unhappy with myself as of lately, I'll say, because of this. Because I feel as though I am not going to live up to what I expect from myself, and that all of these projects are just going to fall through because I can't actually finish them. I can't figure out an ending. I'm not actually a creative person, is my fear, and that I'm never going to be able to actually like get through one singular project. I guess I'll rephrase and not be like I'm not a creative person, but I'm not the creative person that finishes stuff. I always had these cool like base ideas, but they never come to fruition, which is what I'm really scared of. Because I love what's in my head, and if I can't make it happen, that's going to be detrimental to me. That is going to be horrible. And I know not everything is going to pan out. And that is also a fear is how I'm going to handle it. Because I haven't had any situation yet of like, I had this idea, I had this project that I made, and then it just kind of didn't ever happen, which I know is going to happen in my time as a filmmaker. And it's going to be scary the day that happens. Not scary. Obviously, by the time that happens, I'm going to have grown mentally. I'm going to have grown as a person, and I'll understand what's going on. Yeah. I'm just terrified that I'm not going to be able to actually create what I want. And I'm just going to have these ideas floating around forever, and they're just going to be kind of useless. Which is quite unfortunate, because I have a lot of people that believe in me and want me to do super well. I want me to do super well. I believe in myself. But that doesn't mean that stuff is going to work out the way that you want it to. It also, as always, comparison is the thief of joy. But by God, I can't help but compare myself to everybody around me. I mean, from the few things my brother's written, he understands scripts so much better. This also, I should preface, this is also my undoing because I don't read. like, I read comics every now and I'll read scary stories when I'm bored on like Reddit or something. But I don't really read books. I've started a handful of like screenplays just to like get formatting and stuff down, but I don't finish reading them. And I do know that the second I can start consuming more, I will be better at it and I'll just understand more. I'll have clearer visions in my head. I'll know what to do. But as of right now, I'm not a huge reader. I want to be, and I have so many books stacked up in my room from my dad and brother and just own personal things that I want to read. Um, but it's not, as of right now, it's not my forte to read, which is quite unfortunate because under those white pages right there is a bunch of short stories, and then the final one involves the headless horseman. Because I want to make a headless horseman movie, and then under that is House of Leaves, which is a not cosmic horror. Is it? A very strange horror book that I want to read so bad, and that I've started, but I don't have the energy to finish right now. Unfortunately. The hell am I gonna title this video? I don't know. But this right here. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Episode 4. Why am I starting at episode 4? I should not be writing episode 4 before I have everything else, but I am. Because I have the visions in my head. I know what I see in my head. Which also, I don't think it matters what episode of a TV show you write first. But I also don't have a plan for the other episodes, which I think is where the problem is. Excuse me. But it's a my bad. Of course, as I start recording, I get sleepy. But it's like I've tried to make myself make like the full outline and like start thinking about the other episodes that I want, and I just can't. Obviously, I know right now that is a mix of a lot of things. It is a very large. Ooh, I just looked at my microphone and it's jumping up to red a lot. My bad. I'll just turn my audio down. It's fine. I know why my brain is struggling to think right now. I have not been able to think of anything creative, like that crazy creative as of lately as I normally can. My music has been at an all-time low of me making stuff, but I also think that was the Headless Suite that did that to me. That was 12 and a half minutes of the best work I have ever done. And I think that drained everything out of my head because I think I had so many ideas building up that I just needed to throw it out somewhere, but I didn't expect it to just like come to fruition so immediately. I gave myself 2 weeks to make that, and I made it in 2 days. Because I figured that's how long it would take, especially to get to the quality that I wanted. And I think I'm waiting for that to happen with writing and like scripts and like other stuff, and I know it won't. Because that's way more complicated than music. Especially when the music you make, you already made all the other pieces of it. Again, I'm confident in my abilities to have these ideas and to create these things. I'm not confident in myself to make them come to fruition. Which I don't know how it happened. I'm also, my bad, I repeat myself a lot as I've said, but I'm also just saying this to myself. I am 18. There should be no reason to be having these fears. I should just be breathing and living life right now. But my body doesn't allow me to. My body loves to just keep me in motion and wants me to always just be stressed out for some reason. But yeah, I do wish I had a better creative process, and I can work on it, but it's not as simple as just being like, oh, I'll do these things and then move on to this and this and this. You develop these habits over time as you are a creative, as you are an artist, and I developed the habit to just kind of brute force it, unfortunately. I do that with a lot of things, especially stuff that I want to learn to do. I don't like to follow like the main rules or stuff of how to do it. I just like to do it and see how it goes from there. That's what I did with music. I don't know music theory or any of that shit. I just throw stuff down on a page, which I guess that is music theory. You just go off of what sounds nice, but I don't know, man. I guess I'm just making this to tell myself to calm down and to relax because I am not Kane Parsons. I'm not going to direct the backrooms at I'm not going to direct a movie at 20. As much as I'd love to. Cuz I would love to have a movie make it to the Oscars at the 100th Oscars. You know how fire that would be? Just make a crazy ass movie. It's like, yeah, 100th anniversary Oscars. We had this new and upcoming director, Maxwell Travolta, all up there, bro, and it's fire. It's like the greatest movie not the greatest movie anybody's ever seen. The first horror movie to be into to be fully accepted. I could open a pack on Pokemon TCGP. Obviously not the first horror movie to be accepted into the Oscars, but maybe I could win Best Picture. Could you imagine a horror movie winning Best Picture at the 100th year Oscars, or 100th anniversary Oscars? And it's me? That'd be fire. If I could make Yeti by then, that would be fire. Guillermo del Toro, please. I want practical effects for my film. Might be. I'm saying nothing right now. I think I'm just more so angry at myself right now than anything. Cuz I know I could do so much good. I know I could create so much, which might just be an egotistical way of thinking. Like I truly feel and like I know I could do so much in the film world if I can actually fucking figure it out. And I'm doing everything in my path to kind of stunt my growth of what's happening. I am doing everything the wrong way. But that's also unfortunately kind of just the way I do stuff. But who knows? I'll figure it out. I don't have the energy to do all of the things that I want to do right now. That's also another problem I think most people have like when it gets late at night and you're like, I'm going to change the course of my life. I'm going to do this. I'm going to become better. I'm going to become perfect. I'm going to do all of this. And then by the time you try to actually start doing it, you're like, oh shit, I'm tired. And then you go to sleep and you're like, oh, dude, I feel like ass. I need to stop saying but it's such a nice word for when I don't know what to say. Don't worry, I think I might just Google a list of all the fucking transition words to be like, oh. Anyways, Furthermore, I am tired right now. And I think that's feeding into my anger and just kind of emotional state right now when it comes to my creative aspects of life. It does also just come from what I talked about in Am I Enough? Of I don't want to let the people around me down. Because as much as I love my friends and I don't think any of them think that I owe them something, I feel as though I owe them something for some reason. I don't know if it's just like I don't know why. I think it's because I don't really. But I feel like I spend so much time being a little bit of a nuisance with my music and talking about random ideas. Because like the second it's one of those things. The second I get started on the topic, I want to keep talking about it. I want to like furthermore my ideas, and I don't know if people want me to like shut up or not. But I feel like if I want to talk about and do so much of this, I might as well. Not might as well. I do want to do this for a job. This is something. This is like my dream of what I want to do. But just like, what if I can't not commit? What if I can't just make it happen? Then I spend all this time for what? I wasted all these kind of like important years of my life to build a career and do all this stuff on goofy little movies. Obviously, it's not that simple, and it's not that I'm dumbing down what I'm saying. It's just a way for me to explain it better, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't think any of them like expect or think that I owe them something. But my brain wants to owe them something. It wants to prove that I'm not just this little amoeba floating around them. I don't know why I think like that. Everybody that I know of likes my company. But I just want to make this happen. I really just want to make this happen. If I could do the things, especially in the way that I envision all of them, I truly do feel, this might be a bad way to speak, I feel like I could be one of the better storytellers that exists out today, especially in the film world. Because it's not good to speak bad about movies, but there has been some, especially if I want to be in the industry, but there has been some stinkers coming out lately, especially in the horror scene. And I feel as though I want to offer myself up to add some good and add some new ideas into there. I say new ideas, not really new. Also, whatever Yeti movie is coming out this year, stealing my whole flow, you aren't even doing it properly. It's in Alaska. Yetis are from Nepal. It is not a Yeti if it is in Alaska. It is not. You're just a freaking Sasquatch, bro. Stolen valor. My bad. Stolen valor, though. Because guess what? My Yeti movie takes place in Nepal. Like it should. Okay, there's my tiny rant. My bad. Can I just make up a title for this video right now? Probably. What should it be? What should I title this video? Oh, wow, I actually don't know. How about I give the song recommendation first? Pirate Radio by Gene Dawson. An artist I found a year or 2 years ago. Amazing music. I love Gene Dawson. And he has the song Houston, which I want to use for the opening sequence of another TV show I want to make, Dancer, but a dancing superhero. Whoa. I like how one of my videos, I was like, I'm being vague because I don't want to tell you guys my ideas, and I'm just telling you and showing you. I cannot think of a title for this video. I'll probably just make it Let's Yap. Or like early morning ramblings. Because I'd love to keep with the formula for my videos, but I can't think of anything right now. I'm so sorry if I disappointed you guys with that and you're expecting another question title. Because also I can't think of one that wouldn't just kind of fall under the same umbrella of Am I Enough? Like that kind of stuff. I guess I could call it Are My Ideas Good Enough? But that doesn't really... No. I don't know. Maybe the end of this video is going to be useless. But yes. Pirate Radio by Gene Dawson. I really like the sound of that song. I'm also trying to give a wider variety of music. Even though this is second or third time I'm actually like offering a song. I want to show you guys that I listen to cool music. And that I'm not just an idiot. Yeah. That's it. Please be kind out there. We need kindness. We need just friendliness among everybody. In these very trying times. Damn. It's 5 a.m. 5:01. So yeah. Be nice. What the bug?